Some sad news in the world of professional baseball yesterday as great LA Dodgers pitcher Fernando Valenzuela passed away. Fernando, born November 1st, 1960 in Sonora, Mexico, played for Mexico in his early career, and a lot of major league teams actually scouted Fernando during his time. And LA Dodgers scout Mike Brito actually went to a game in Mexico to evaluate a shortstop named Ali Usganga. Valenzuela would throw 3 balls to Usganga and then threw 3 straight strikes. Brito said, "Forget all about the shortstop," and the Dodgers bought his Mexican League contract for $120,000. They assigned him to the High A California League, and in limited action he did okay and all that. The scouts actually did worry that Fernando did not throw enough of velocity and that he would need an off-speed pitch. So Bobby Castillo, who was on the Dodgers staff, actually was asked to teach him to throw the screwball before the 1980 season. In 1980, Fernando went to AA San Antonio and led the Texas League in strikeouts. And then in the September call-ups in 1980, he was called up to the Dodgers bullpen. So anyway, Fernando would pitch 17 2/3 scoreless innings of relief over the course of 10 games, getting 2 wins and a save. But they would lose the NL West to Houston in a tiebreaker game. Now, Tommy Lasorda actually said that he regretted not putting Fernando in more because maybe that was the difference. Regardless of that, he was in his first full season as a rookie, named the opening day starter after Jerry Rice was actually injured and no Bert Hooton was available. Fernando would shut out the Houston Astros 2-0. He would start the season 8-0 with 7 complete games, 5 shutouts, and a .5 ERA in 8 starts. In addition to his dominance, his pitching motion was huge. It was unusual. A glance skyward at the apex of each windup drew attention to his own. It was a habit he claims to have developed spontaneously. He was known for the screwball, which was actually not popularized in the 1980s. It was with the days of Carl Hubble and Christy Mathewson. Anyway, Los Angeles' Latino community were really huge and would flock to Dodger Stadium for Fernando's home games and all that. There was a high demand for his baseball cards. Obviously, he's a rookie and all that. During his warm-up routine at Dodger Stadium, the PA system would play Fernando, the song by ABBA in 1976. He produced and all that. He did finish 13-7, but that dreaded strike of 81 ruined him. But anyway, 13-7 with a 2.48 ERA, leading all pitchers in complete games 11, shutouts 8, innings pitched 192, and strikeouts 180. Fernando pitched a complete game over the New York Yankees in a massive victory and all that. He went 3-1 in the postseason with a 2.21 ERA and 40 innings pitched. One of the key wins for Fernando in that playoff stretch was Game 5 of the NLCS against the Montreal Expos, in which, in the last game of the best-of-5, he pitched well, and the Dodgers won the game 2-1 thanks to a Rick Monday home run, which Montreal fans do not want to speak about. Fernando got the win in that game. Bob Welch had to come in for the save. But Fernando would also do well. He actually won Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young in the same season, which is unusual and all that. He became the first rookie to lead the NL in strikeouts, and he got a World Series ring. So yeah, that looked pretty impressive and all that. He actually batted .250 and 64 at bats when pitchers hit, and didn't do that badly. Anyway, Lasorda would help Fernando out because he knew Spanish while being in the Caribbean Winter Leagues, and Mike Scioscia also knew Spanish too, and all that. So anyway, he was named El Toro. He was given a $1 million salary in arbitration, the first to ever do so. He looked pretty good. In 1986, he put up 21 wins and led the NL in wins, complete games, and innings pitched. He lost a narrow vote to Mike Scott of the Astros for the Cy Young Award. A lot of people said Mike Scott cheated because he would scuff the ball and all that. Nevertheless, in 1986 in the All-Star game, he actually struck out 5 straight AL batters, tying Carl Hubbell's mark in the 1934 World All-Star game. His performance would decline a little bit, and in 1988 he actually missed much of the season due to injury, and was not part of the postseason roster for either the LCS or the World Series. Nevertheless, the Dodgers still gave him a ring, his second. He improved slightly in 1989, and then in 1990 he was 13-13, having one last great moment with the Dodgers on June 29, 1990, the same day as Dave Stewart throwing the no-hitter against the Blue Jays in Toronto. Fernando, in front of the home crowd against St. Louis, would throw a no-hitter, getting Pedro Guerrero, the former Dodger icon, to the ground out. Anyway, the Dodgers would release Fernando in spring, pitching ineffectively in spring training. It was a difficult decision to release him and all that. And being cut late in spring training, where most rosters were fixed, made it hard to find him a new team. He actually tried to come back with the California Angels, but that failed. He signed with the Tigers in 92, but didn't play for the Tigers. He played for Jalisco in the Mexican League. And then in 93, he went back to the major leagues with Baltimore. He would play for Philly and San Diego when he had a unsurprisingly good season, a 13-8 season in 1996. But after being traded to St. Louis in 1997, he made 5 appearances. That was the end of it. He ended his major league career at 173 wins, 153 losses, and a 3.54 ERA. He was actually added to spring training in 1999, but he declined the offer. Fernando actually shocked a lot of people in 1990. When he batted .304 with 5 doubles, a home run, and 11 RBIs in 69 at-bats. He was actually used on occasion as a pinch hitter, which was shocking and all that. But anyway, Fernando was upset for about a decade after his release and all that. But he soon came around. In 2003, he returned to the Dodgers organization as a Spanish radio color commentator for Yami Jaren's Spanish language calls. And then he got to be the Spanish language guy for Sportsnet LA in 2015. It was served on the coaching staff of Team Mexico during the 4 World Baseball Classics. His wins above replacement is 41.45, the highest by a Mexican player in MLB history. He was inducted to the Latino Legends team for MLB, one of the starting rotation. The Dodgers unofficially kept Valenzuela's 34 out of circulation, but they decided August 2023 to give him the full flowers and get his number retired and all that. There was a 30 for 30 documentary in October 2010 called Fernando Nation to talk about his arrival with the Dodgers and all that. He actually threw the ceremonial first pitch at Game 2 of the 2017 World Series at Dodger Stadium, and it was unsure if Fernando would have thrown the first pitch at any of the Dodger World Series games. Valenzuela married Linda Burgos, a school teacher from Mexico, and having 4 children. Fernando Valenzuela Jr. did play in the White Sox and Padres organization as a first baseman, but has practically been in Mexico ever since. So anyway, it was actually revealed on October 1st, 2024, he was hospitalized for an undisclosed illness, but it was reported to have been liver cancer. And Fernando died on October 22nd, 2 days after the Dodgers won the NL pennant, and 3 days before the 2024 World Series between the Dodgers and Yankees would start. So there will be a lot of crying in Los Angeles on Friday. Fernando Valenzuela was 63. We'll be back.